Words of the late Pro Kid. This is the Southwestern Township where they get down, Kid. And this is the road to B.A.L 2023. And we have our third matchup for the day. The Matero Magic taking on the City Oilers. We've got some team profiles coming up for you, but let me tell you, these two teams come out of their respective capital cities, Lusaka and Kampala, and they are converging on the metropolitan city of Johannesburg. Let's check out their team profiles.
First, we have to believe that we want to be in the B.A.L. Uganda basketball has been, progressing. We've been playing in World Cup qualifiers. We've been playing in the Afro Basket Championship. So if we have a club coming from Uganda represented in B.A.L, it really reflects on the basketball program back at home. We are happy to be here to represent our country and hoping that we are going to go all the way.
Matero Magic is from Zambia, Lusaka. Very big tournament indeed. We didn't do very well in the qualifiers. We never had the players that we wanted to come with in the first place when we went to Tanzania. Joburg is different now. We've got a few players that we want, and I think we will expect different results this time around.
This is the road to B.A.L 2023, the Matero Magic coming out of Lusaka, Zambia, going up against the City Oilers, who are coming out of Kampala, Uganda. And this is the Elite 16. We've been here in Johannesburg since yesterday. Today is day 2. And hey, we're going to look at the team sheets and what these teams have to offer. We've seen them yesterday in action, but now is another opportunity to break them down. Q, take us through City Oilers.
Well, they start with their veteran Jimmy Inabu. Roebuck Jr. is also a primary offensive threat. Jones, Okello, and Barnaba are going to have their hands full on the glass, and they are going to be crucial in the City Oilers' attempt to try and pick up victory. Off the bench, Drileba, Mukwezi, Komakesh, Odeke, Ogbona, and they will all be here with the sole purpose of picking up a win. An impressive opening game for the Sydney Oilers, and they know that is a lot at stake, and one of the most important things is that there's 3 spots that are available in the road to the Basketball Africa League, both teams sporting different kits from the opening day. And we saw some impressive shooting, some impressive leadership from that man in shot, Jimmy Inabu, the veteran leader on the floor. And he is going to be crucial for the Uganda City Oilers. Matero Magic still searching for their first win. And Kainda, Makulubai, Piri, Kandulu and Ndoye. Kandulu and Ndoye in the front court are dominant on the boards. Chona and Ngoma, the 2 shooters that come off the bench. Kafunga can fill in the front court. And what you're going to see is Kainda try and distribute the ball inside. Kandulu and Ndoye were the primary offensive threat in the Matero Magic's opening game, and they will be the primary offensive threat, especially on the boards and on the glass. And they will try and feed their shooters on the outside.
Well, the Matero Magic coming into this game 0-1, going down in their first game yesterday against the Mozambique's Ferroviario de Beira. And, they lost that game by 6, 57-63, rallied late in that 4th quarter. But Ferroviario proving to be too much for the Zambian outfit. And Mandy Juruni, head coach of the City Oilers, coming in with a record 1-0, picking up a win against Cospian yesterday, a 12-point win, 71-59, and a great game and a great start for the City Oilers. And the man of the match in that game yesterday, Jermaine Roebuck Jr.
Roebuck Jr. certainly impressive. Obed Shamboko, the coach of the Matero Magic, he has a relaxed demeanor about him, but there's nothing relaxed in the way that the Matero Magic go about their business on the floor. And they are certainly here to state their case.
Well, we've taken a look at the team sheets, especially the substitutes on the teams. And we are just about 3.5 minutes out of tip-off. And it's going to be an interesting game. And right now we're about to cross over to the coaches' interviews. And we're going to start with the Oilers coach.
Coach, you're up against Matero today, who gave Ferro Vieira a very hard time yesterday. What's the plan in trying to destabilize that attack?
Just knowing what we did wrong yesterday and making sure we are better today. And obviously, they're a tough team, very physical. We just have to, match up the effort and match up the physicality. Now we'll be good.
You talk about being better today. What do you think your team needs to improve on?
Rebounding and being tough.
And also, you opted to start with the same lineup. Just give us reasons why.
Well, that's our lineup that we normally start with. I want to stick with that. Yeah.
Should we expect any surprises?
We have to respect our opponents. We know they're here to compete. They want to win this game, same like us. So it's just out there going to compete and executing, and hopefully we come up victors.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Mandy Jiruni of the City Oilers, and once again, Roebuck Jr., Philando Jones, and Ngo Banaba will be the key players. And then not forgetting Jimmy Enabu as well as James Okello. And we're going to cross over to Matero Magic coach Obed Shamboko.
Coach, a 6-point loss in yesterday's game. What will be different this time around?
Thank you for having me. I think we needed to be more stronger on the top, because I think we allowed a bit too many shots for them to take. So we've made some corrections, and we didn't shoot that well on the line. 6 for 23. We missed 17 shots as free throws. So I think that also counts for something. We just need to up our game today, play better defense, and make sure we convert on the line.
Does it make it a bit difficult to try and improve on certain areas considering the limited time?
It does, but there's nothing we can do. We had 24 hours to try and work on those few lapses that happened yesterday. All the same, at least we've notched down on some things that we need to work on.
You're also in need of every single point possible, and with City Oilers, they're also looking to maintain that winning momentum. What threat do you think they pose for your team?
I think we've watched video. I think they're a good shooting team. So they run through so many screens to get that shot off. So we're just trying to, maybe just lessen them on the shooting so that they don't take as many shots. But overall, we'll match them in size, and I think we have a bit of speed as well on us. So we can try to use our speed on that angle.
Thank you, Coach. All the best.
Thank you for having me.
Kainda, Makulubai, Piri, Kandulu, and Ndoi, the chosen and preferred starting lineup for Coach Shamboko. Kandulu and Ndoi, again, you heard the words from the coach. They're going to be crucial, especially in his ambitions of controlling the rebound and being better on the defensive and offensive glass.
Well, we are good and ready for a tip-off. And Q, it's rather befitting that we say that this is the second meeting between these two teams in about a month, because they played in the qualifying round in Kampala late in October. And in that game, City Oilers beat Matero Magic 90-54. So Well, we have to wonder if we'll have another blowout on our hands on the opening tip.
Well, each game is a different story, and this is a different platform as the first three goes in.
Jones, the assist to Enabu. Well, an aggressive start for Philando Jones. On the inside, well, the Matero Magic struggling on that play. And, you know, you would want an aggressive start for your front court. And wow. Falu Ndoye struggling on that play on the inside.
We've seen some red-hot shooting from a variety of teams already from the three-point line, and one wonders how much of an effect that has on teams that are watching, because these rooms do look like they are friendly to the perimeter shot.
Enabu. Jones. Oh! Philando Jones opens up the game with a pair of trays.
We talked about perimeter shooting. That's the second one we've seen from downtown.
Gandulu. That was Ndoye. And then just after that whistle, there's a conversation happening between Jones and Banaba of the City Oilers. Kayinda. 3 on the shot clock. No, the running jump hook into the key. Mukelabai can't finish. Enabu trying to find Banaba. Well, they turn it over. Piri on the pull-up. And a foul off the ball underneath the basket. And that foul is going to be on the captain, James Okello.
Visible foul, and Okello just looked like he got out of position. And we have a look at the pull-up jumper as the contact just off the basketball, and then first foul.
On the floor, so it will be a Magic inbounds. Ndoye. Well, the three's off, side of the backboard for Kayinda. Jones with the hesitation. Jones on the inside. Oh, Philando Jones.
He certainly has the right body language as far as the City Oilers are concerned, and it's translated into points on the floor.
Piri on the tip in.
Also play
underneath.
The first points on the board for the Matero Magic.
Falu Ndoye with the tip in. Enabu. Well, the roll to the basket by Okello, but turning his back. And the pass intended by Jimmy Enabu. They turn it over, and it'll be Magic basketball. 7:17 still to go. 6-point lead for City Oilers.
Well, Philando Jones, a 32-year-old out of Mississippi Valley State, has got all 8 points for the City Oilers.
Jump hook on the inside. Douglas Gandulu. Okello down the floor, drive and kick all the way out to the scorer's table. Quite a start for Matero Magic. Off the whistle once again.
Two big bodies in the paint, just going at it, and you are going to get physicality when you have guys that enjoy contact, and we've seen that Ndoye doesn't shy away from it, and neither does Okello at all.
Barnaba to Jones. Well, off his knee, but keeps it alive. 9 on the shot clock, still enough time, but they throw it away. Down the floor, and the putback. Douglas Kandulu.
He is so active around the rim, Kandulu, and he uses all of his length on that one to pick up the two the hard way.
Absolute live body. Offensive rebound doesn't go for City Oilers, but a 3 on the other end, Kayinda.
So an 8-point scoring run to start this one out, and back come the Matero Magic to pick up a 1-point lead.
Okello was looking for Jones on the handoff, but that ball slipping out of his hands, going out of bounds. And I'll tell you that the Matero Magic look to have recovered from yesterday's loss. And this first quarter showing us positive signs for the team out of Lusaka.
I think the Matero Magic will want to build on that lovely fourth quarter against Ferroviario de Beira. They had a much better second half and improved performance. Sometimes that psychology coming into the game can help. And even though the Oilers started out hard, Philando Jones on the catch and shoot, wide open. He knocked down 2 3-pointers, picking up 8 points. He has all of the Oilers' 8 points, but that has not deterred the Matero Magic at all. If we picked up anything about the character of this Matero Magic team, it's that they will not give up no matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, 5:39 still to go in this first quarter, and it's the Matero Magic going on a short run themselves with a 1-point lead and just about to break into double digits for both teams. And by all indications, this one looks like is going to be a slugfest, pound for pound. Mukelabai, the drive inside, puts it up, doesn't go. Okello with the rebound. Robak Jr. with the push. Jones misses the mark, appeals for a foul, and justified in doing so because the defender got him on the arm, and that was a Piri. Piri's gonna set it up once again. Elbow jumper doesn't go for Mukelabai. Whistle underneath. Robak caught up in that foul call. The jumper by Mukelabai. Oh, Robak skying in for the rebound, and that's part of his repertoire.
It's going to be physical in there. Ndoye going to be given a break as he picks up his second foul. And there is tight margins already between these two teams.
Okello handoff to Jones. Triple try doesn't go for. Piri. Shot clock down to 7. Drive inside, doesn't get to finish at the basket. But drawing the foul.
The drive in, Piri is a left-hander, so does give him just a little bit of an advantage, does draw the contact through the two defenders, and that's a strong take.
Enabu huddling with his team. Piri. Well, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. In and out, Robak Jr. On that 3 attempt, Kayinda, well, picks up his dribble and was struggling for recipients to his pass. Just behind the defense. Chona couldn't finish. Chona on the drive, picking up on the loose change.
I love what I'm seeing from Kandulu. He looks like he's locked in, and he's picking up on his 19 rebound performance yesterday, and has started out in a really great fashion.
Jones just inside the key. Can't finish on the shot. Kandulu with the rebound. Kayinda going on 3 minutes. Kayinda inside drive, can't get it to go. Robak Jr. 2-on-2 break. There's the Euro, lays it in.
Making it look very easy, and his athleticism and his real skill around the rim is what separates him from defenders.
Piri on the pull-up for the 3. Kandulu on the follow. And a whistle. Banaba securing that defensive rebound for his team.
One thing that this Matero Magic team does sport is athletes. Lalama inside the paint can be a paint protector, the length of Kandulu, and it applies on both ends of the floor. And we're just getting little insights and little pieces on every one of these possessions.
Jimmy Enabu will take a break. And Uchechi Ogbonna in the game. Turnaround jumper off the mark for Ogbonna. Oh, what a finish. Chona filling the lane and finishing on the break. Robak Jr. off the mark. Rebound back to him. Banaba. His three's off the mark. Robak Jr.
I don't know how Robak Jr. came away with that basketball from Kandulu, but he is such a hustle player, especially on the offensive end.
Piri is going to pull up for the 3. Can't get it to go. And maybe these quick possessions just might be good for the Magic. Corner 3. Titus Odeke ties it at 15. Well, out of bounds. And Saul Piri is going to turn it over. And it'll be a City Oilers ball.
Well, you spoke about there might be familiarity between these two teams. We're definitely seeing that in the way that they're going about constructing their play in the first quarter. You know what they're saying? Familiarity breeds contempt, and there is no love lost between these two teams on the floor right now.
The drive and kick. Muhwezi. Well, Odeke can't finish him. Muhwezi on the offensive rebound. A whistle underneath. Muhwezi to the loose ball. And Ngoma with the foul.
Ngoma just caught behind the play, and there's very little you can do with a player that has position in front of you. All you can do is either foul or just allow him to score, and I think the decision should come based on the state of the game. The fact that the miss comes on that first shot and might justify Ngoma's decision to go with the foul.
Well, empty trip for Muhwezi. Tough catch underneath. Oh, well, the soft touch by Mukelabai. Going on 30 seconds to play. The follow-away. Well, Odeke can't finish on the putback, but Robach Jr. right there as well with his own soft touch on the floater.
Robach Jr. out of Calumet College of St. Joseph in the NAIA, bringing all of that experience here to the Matero Magic, and he is their front and center offensive option, and you get to see why.
Well, final 20 seconds of the first quarter, and City Oilers might just hold for the final possession, but Piri looking to keep it alive, but back to the Oilers. Out of bounds off of Robach Jr. So it will be Magic possession, and a timeout would have done them good just to work out a scoring opportunity. Mukelabai has got to put it up. There's the spin, puts it up, misses the mark at the buzzer. And, well, it might be a quiet first quarter, but it has been very competitive between both these teams.
I love that last play because that shows you just some fantastic contested defense going to ground Makulubai, but credit the defense for the miss, and we have a really tight contest on our hands.
Well, it's been competitive in this first quarter, and at the end of the first quarter, it's Matero Magic 17 and City Oilers 17. And Q, you know, you were just saying before the break that Robach Jr. Went to Calumet College of St. Joseph, and they compete in the NAIA. And let's take a look at the highlights, because we're going to come back to this NAIA conversation. But that first quarter, and just a whole lot of work underneath. Gandulu on the putback, picking up on the loose change. Robach Jr. on the Euro step, 2-on-2 on the break, but in transition, doing what his team needs best. And then Ngoma leading the break, and then finding Piri on the cut, filling the lane. And the follow-away doesn't go. The follow as well for Odeke, short, but Robach Jr. putting it back up and in on the floater. And Q, actual factuals.
And we have a look at the stat: 7 of 18 against the 7 of 21. 3 more shots for the Matero Magic, and the free throw line has not been visited too frequently by either teams. Rebounding battle absolutely even on 8 apiece, and we saw some great execution as the turnover numbers limited. 3 turnovers to the 1 of the Matero Magic, and there's absolutely nothing to choose between these two teams.
Second quarter start. Spoikan. Ngoma. The cleanup by Miles Ndalama.
Ndalama is an athletic dynamo, and he's just there to try and add whatever value he can from an athletic standpoint. In that time, getting 2 hustle points.
The drive inside, the floater is short. Ogbonna, Jones for three.
Red hot right now for Lando Jones. He can do no wrong from outside the three-point line, and we've seen a trend of three-point shooters get hot. He seems to be following that trend.
The drive inside, whoa! Sent right back to Lusaka. Okello, the kick. Jones, the fake. Can't get it to grow from the wing, Okello. And a whistle off the ball. Jones, lovely fake. Short on the three. And that was Chona with the offensive rebound, fouled on the play. And it'll be Magic ball. Piri on Ogbonna. Piri on the drive. Chona, elbow. Misses the mark. Jones bounce pass. Odeke. He's short on his layup attempt. A 3-on-3 break. In and out on the three attempt by Piri.
Game of small margins, and execution is very, very crucial. Decision making as well. Sometimes shot selection plays a role in the outcome, and we haven't seen too many bad shots from either side, and right now that's why we have this game only 1 point differential.
Jones on the drive. Odeke, baseline. Jones, recovers. A shot clock winding down. Odeke airballs the three attempt. Mukelabai. Ngoma inside looking for Ndalama. Ndalama to the loose ball. Muhwezi comes away with the loose ball.
Patient possession, and teams happy to just ride out the shot clock to try and get a good shot. You have to love the patience.
Ogbonna rattles in the three from the wing.
That's the value of patience, finding a wide open shot within the offense, and it helps extend the lead to 2 possessions.
Changes on the floor. Roebuck Jr., Jimmy Enabu back in the game for City Oilers. And 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. 4-point lead for City Oilers. Kandulu at the top.
That's not his kind of shot. Kandulu, not known for his range shooting, but they'll settle for that.
Roebuck Jr. driving in just inside the key.
It's like a two-pronged offense. Roebuck Jr. and Jones just controlling scoring right now for the City Oilers.
Ndalama. Mukelabai wants it on the inside. The handoff at the top. 2 on the shot clock. Mukelabai's got to put it up, and air ball. Tough possession for the Matero Magic. And we have a timeout on the floor. 6:12 to play in the second quarter. 6-point lead for the City Oilers. And the Matero Magic would like to talk things over.
Despite the poor field goal percentage, the Matero Magic continued to hold on. and stay in this one. They're 1 of 10 from the perimeter, 10%, as they continue to try and dominate the glass. Where they have been good has been the offensive glass. 11 rebounds on the offensive end, and they've been pretty decent when it comes to points inside the paint.
Well, cue our NAIA conversation a little earlier on. Both Roebuck Jr. playing at Calumet and competing in the NAIA, as well as Ngo Banaba. And then some NBA players who have made it to the NBA from the NAIA. Elgin Baylor, so we go way back. Elgin Baylor, ML Carr, Will Be Free, Del Harris, Rick Mahorn of the Bad Boy Pistons, Pete Myers of the Chicago Bulls, Moochie Norris, who had a stint with the Houston Rockets in the late 90s, early 2000s, Scottie Pippen, coming out of Eastern Arkansas, Dennis Rodman, and Sadale Threet, who was with the Lakers in the early 90s as well.
Well, that's great knowledge, because it helps showcase just what the value and the quality of the NAIA is in terms of a league. But we're talking about the B.A.L. as we continue on the road here, and we're back to the second quarter action.
Well, out of bounds. The ball ricocheting off the City Oilers, yes. Well, looks like last touch was on Kandulu, Douglas Kandulu. But Magic will retain possession of the ball, and there's a change as Ndalama checks out of the game. And Falu Ndoye checks back in. Piri on the drive, can't finish. Roebuck Jr. on the drop step, can't get it to finish. On the turnaround, can't get the bounce. Ndoye, the rebound. Kayinda also back in the game for the Magic. Piri against Enabu. Enabu, too physical, and he picks up that foul.
Well, Enabu's been physical, but also quiet. Has not taken a shot from the field as yet, but he hasn't needed to, and that's looking at the understanding of how the offense functions as far as the City Oilers have been working.
Kayinda pulls up just inside. A rim shot for him. Roebuck Jr. Back to Roebuck Jr. Oh, Jimmy Enabu and Roebuck Jr. Well, what a connection.
Fantastic play, heads-up play, and unselfish play from the floor leader in terms of Jimmy Enabu.
And notice how Roebuck Jr. has had most of his production thus far from inside the key. Can shoot it from outside, has got the range, but has just made it work on the inside, and slowly, surely making his own mark on this game.
He's at all of his production from inside the key, and that's a great observation, as Roebuck Jr.'s efficiency at a high clip, and 10 points for him on 5 of 6 shooting.
Wall substitutions again, and Miles Ndalama back in the game. Just a brief rest for him. Augustine Kayinda will pick up the foul, and under 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. City Oilers flirting with a double-digit lead for the first time. Jones jabbing against Piri. Jones, bottom.
Well, He is an experienced professional scorer, Fernando Jones. He also spent some time in Egypt with Smoha and Indonesia in the professional league there, and is bringing all of that here to this City Oilers outfit.
Well, you've got to love his patience on the offense. Really looks at what the defender is giving him, and then after that makes his move, capitalizing on whatever that the defense is giving him.
Well, it's really working for him right now as he continues to lead the scoring for the Ugandan champions.
The lead is 11 for City Oilers, and Matero Magic on the inbounds. Kandulu putting it on the floor, swiped away. Enabu, Jones on the pull-up. Oh, Philando Jones rails in a three.
No one can stop that man. Fifth three-pointer for Philando Jones, and like I said, continuing the trend of some red-hot shooting from the outside.
Timeout on the floor, 3:42 still to go in the second quarter. 14-point lead for City Oilers. And it's been a wonderful second quarter for the Ugandan outfit.
It's been an interesting second quarter, and Matero Magic now again, they see a scoring run thrown at them, and the timeout comes to just try and break the momentum of the City Oilers and Philando Jones. Philando Jones has been absolutely spectacular. We see Piri, and the ball tipped in by Kandulu, who has been a menace on the glass. And if anybody has been a bright spark for this Matero Magic team, it has been Kandulu. Kaenda knocking down the three ball. But what we have seen, though, is some really great shooting on the opposite end.
City Oilers slowly, surely starting to pull away from the Matero Magic, and led by Philando Jones, the number 12. And right now, the Matero Magic needed that timeout. They need to stem the Oilers' tide and try to close the second quarter strong. Kayinda on the pull-up, swatted by Odeke. An air ball on the second opportunity. Odeke lead pass, Robach Jr. one-on-one against Piri. The spin, loses the handle.
Credit to the defense of Piri with getting his body on the line and being able to force the turnover. And great defense on the opposite end from Robach Jr.
Well, Douglas Kandulu picks up the offensive foul, an illegal screen.
Well, he goes to ground hard, and the principal is just trying to keep his chest on the chest of the offensive player, and he forces Kandulu into an illegal screen.
Wow, and now Odeke called for an illegal screen. So City Oilers with the turnover, and it'll be Matero Magic ball, 3:07 still to play. Piri will pull up for the three. Rim shot, Jones. Jones on the break, draws the foul. Well, Philando Jones, he's just been doing it all for the City Oilers.
17 points for Philando Jones, a lovely crossover, draws the contact, and there's heaps of athleticism as he skies towards the rim. And the contact will now send him to the free throw line. He hasn't been there yet, so there's a chance for him to just add to his tally.
Jones, perfect trip at the free throw line. Makes the lead 16. Front door is closed by Oteke. Finds Kandulu all alone. And an easy flush for Kandulu.
Been the one bright spark on the offensive end. He's got 9 rebounds to go along with those 8 points. And he might be a go-to guy further down the stretch for the Magic.
Oh, Robak Jr. Now he wants to join in the party.
Tit and tat at this point as far as Robak Jr. and Philando Jones as they continue to pile on the pressure.
Oh, Kandulu skying in for the two-handed putback.
That takes him straight to a double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds in this first half.
Come on. Jimmy Enabu with the 3. Well, just 3 lovely possessions from these teams. Well, the officials confer.
So they just want to check if this is going to be a 3 or not. As from the perspective of Jimmy Anabu's last shot, and we've seen some fantastic shot selection.
Can you be bigger?
The referee's going through their process.
3 points. 3 points, eh? Confirm, 3 points. Confirm 3 points, okay. Okay, confirm, 3 points.
Well, that shot by Jimmy Enabu confirmed that it was a 3. Well, stepping back. Well, lovely play by Jimmy Enabu.
Well, clear as daylight, and that's beautiful fundamental basketball. Gets into the body of the defender to create space, steps back behind the three-point line, and the smile on his face tells you that that's a practice move and something that he's had in his bag for a while.
1:45 still to play in the second quarter. And now the City Oilers are flirting with a 20-point lead. Ngoma from outside. Can't get it to go. Take it, the rebound, but the ball in the hands of B.A.L. Jones working on Kayinda. Jones on the pull-up. What a rim shot on that 3 attempt. Ngoma on the attack, loses the handle in the hands of Jones. Long lead pass. Robak Jr. takes the contact, doesn't get the call.
Well, I was going to credit the City Oilers for their shot selection, and you can't blame them for allowing the clear out on the play. Robak Jr. attacking, you see, go right at the chest of the defender, and there may be a case for a foul. The hand's not completely straight up, and the referee's allowing the contact. But back we go, back 9 of 15. That is 60% from the three-point line so far for the City Oilers.
Whoa, very efficient and shooting at a high clip, and would tell you that this team is making good decisions from the three-point line. Banaba with the rebound. Oteke has got the range as well and is able to space the floor for the Oilers. Kayinda can't finish. Kandulu on the follow is also short.
And that turnover has got to hurt. That turnover number 14. It hurts because it's unforced. There was no defense there. Try to make it go to hand and just overcooked it.
Kayinda against Fayed. B.A.L. Ngoma working against Ogbonna. Oh, oh my!
Wow, what a fantastic jam by Kandulu. That is a heads-up play as he saw the jumper short and just threw it down for a poster.
Odeke responds, soft jumper on the baseline, and to close out the second quarter as we head to halftime. So let me just say that this second quarter has seen a dominant City Oilers and really coming out of the gate and building up on their lead. And right now the lead is 18 for the City Oilers, but an entertaining style of basketball from the Matero Magic, especially the front court player Douglas Kandulu.
Well, this game was tied at the first quarter and goal, and now we have a significant lead for this outfit from Uganda, Kampala.
Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Both teams now will definitely be going back into the halftime, and it's all about the Matero Magic trying to fight their way back into this game. But at halftime, it's Matero Magic 25, City Oilers
After a tied first quarter where the score ended with 17-17, it has been a dominant second quarter performance from the City Oilers. How did they get there, Juice?
First of all, it's as easy as Philando Jones. He started off the scoring for the Oilers and just put them in front, and then went on to then facilitate for all his other teammates. However, to his detriment, all his work was undone because a lot of those were not converted. But he came back to finish the quarter strong to just give them a bit of separation to Matero Magic.
Jones has been fantastic indeed. He has 19 points right now on this one, and what's been really impressive is he's 5 of 7 from the three-point range. Looking at some of those stats, looking at 1 of 12 Matero Magic from the outside, 9 of 19 though for the City Oilers. Defensive rebounds have been quite the thing. City Oilers with 13, Matero Magic with only 10, out rebounding them there by 3. Assist to turnover ratios not looking good for the City Oilers, but they still have the lead. They have 5 turnovers to Matero Magic's 3.
The Oilers certainly looking to stamp their authority in this tournament, Mpumi, as they are looking for their second victory in 2 days. And one would have actually expected that the Magic would have come out stronger after their loss to B.A.L last night.
Absolutely, and of course in this competition, these 8 teams are battling it out for the 3 remaining spots at the Basketball Africa League competition in 2023. And now looking at some of the highlights there from the first half. And you see there,
very good there, attack on that man Douglas, and I think that is one of the things that Matero Magic needs to exploit even more of, to get some of the presence on the inside in the paint, to just make sure that they are coming in strong.
There's also been some great defensive plays as we see that block there on the other side, and the mid-range jump shot. Oh, and the follow. Not good, but the Oilers staying with it, making sure that they're giving themselves second and third chance opportunities.
That man Roebuck Jr. definitely also coming on and shining in and making sure that he pitches in properly to tally their scores there for the Oilers.
And again, the Oilers from downtown, they have hit 9 shots from that three-point range as we see back-to-back threes. It has been a team effort with multiple players, and the dunk coming there.
Certainly, you know, as we see that man there, Douglas, you have to, if you are Matero Magic, give him more looks in that paint area.
And the halftime score here, it is City Oilers 43 and the Matero Magic 25.
You will see that the City Oilers, exploiting and working, they're looking equal in the inside, because the Matero Magic has made 10 of 26 with the Oilers going only 7 for 19 from the inside. And the staggering stat is from 3-point range, the Oilers have gone 9 for 19, and that has definitely earned them that separation in the scores, and you can see why. And then free throws, fairly looking similar. 2 for 2 for the Magic, 2 of 4 for the Oilers.
And one of the players to look out for, Roebuck Jr. from the City Oilers, he's been fantastic as well. He's had 13 points in this first half, going 5 of 8 from the floor. Not so much connecting from downtown, 1 of 3, but he has been really good for this Oilers team, Juice.
Very good, as you see him on the drive there on the fast break with that Euro step, making sure that he finishes there, give it out, and then you will get it back on the fast break. Some very good looks on the outside as well, shooting from range beyond the arc. You certainly have to appreciate the effort and finishing of Roebuck Jr.
Absolutely, Roebuck Jr. has contributed well. Those stats there, once again, he has 13 points in this one, 6 field goals made. He's 1 of 4 from outside, hasn't been to the free throw line yet, and has chipped in 5 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end and 2 on the defensive end.
Effort that is certainly appreciated all the way from the city of the Oilers.
And so, Juice, what do you think that the Matero Magic have to do better in the second half in order to chip away at this lead?
For one, you have seen that Douglas is able to finish on the inside. Look for him more, because the more you go inside, it will actually open up ineffectively for your shooters. But you definitely look to pound it inside and let Douglas go to work.
Absolutely, Douglas Kandulu there. He currently sitting on 12 points, has been really effective for this Matero Magic team, is 6 of 14 from the inside. And what do the City Oilers have to do, Juice, in order to keep this run going and try and close out this game for a win?
For one, don't be shy. Get the Jones in rhythm. If Philando Jones keeps his rhythm, if Roebuck Jr. keeps his rhythm, then you will be able to keep increasing and adding on to that lead. So they will certainly look to pound it inside to them to make sure that they lead that offense.
And so for the Matero Magic, according to Juice, they have got to make sure that they keep pounding the ball inside, getting some easy buckets inside the paint. On the other end, though, for the City Oilers, they've got to keep that backcourt going, that backcourt of Roebuck Jr. as well as Cortez Jones.
Trust me, you do that, you get the stops if you're the Matero Magic, but you also make sure that you take advantage and exploit on the other end, taking it inside.
And we will head into the second half shortly, right after this break.
at the halfway mark. It is the Matero Magic 25, City Oilers 43. And this is the halfway mark on the road to B.A.L 2023. Actual factuals just before we resume.
1 of 12 from the three-point line, really the stat that should stick out. Both teams have been very focused on three-point shooting at 9 of 19 from the outside. Only 2 free throws and 4 respectively. That doesn't speak to the aggression that we've seen, but dribble penetration, I believe, will be a factor as we head into the second half. We'll see a little bit more decision-making revolve around the interior play and trying to find some points in the paint. But if it all comes down to it, Matero Magic have got to find a way to shut down Roebuck Jr. and Philando Jones, because those are the 2 guys who are proving the biggest thorns in their side.
Well, we are done with halftime, and 18-point lead for the City Oilers. And they have been in this position before against the Matero Magic. And referring to the qualifiers that they played in Kampala, Uganda, between the 28th and the 30th of October. And that was the qualifiers to qualify for this particular tournament, the Elite 16. And a 3, Saul Peary, to open the scoring in the third. Jones, the handoff, Roebuck Jr. 6 on the shot clock, baseline jumper, misses the mark. Odeke skies in, and Peary will pick up that foul. Well, on the floor,
it's all about that hustle on the offensive rebound, and that's actually coming from the wrong team, because City Oilers are the ones doing all of the hard yards to start out here in the second half.
And that was Banaba, in fact, Ngo Banaba, not Titus Odeke. Unstoppable going to the basket, Roebuck Jr.
They've not figured out the recipe on how to stop Roebuck Jr., and he is really living his best life as far as the scoring aspect of the game is.
Thrown away by Mukelabai. Jones down the floor, can't finish.
They almost looked for a minute like there was a grimace, and you know, you get concerned when players come down the way that Jones did, but held his knee for a second, and there was just a little bit of pain, but he seems to have walked it off, and then he's going to get back to the free throw line.
Well, Jones at the free throw line, and sitting on 19 points, and is having a productive outing this afternoon. Perfect from the field, from the free throw line, and the lead is 21.
Gandulu couldn't find the touch, but that long frame of his has been imposing, especially inside the paint, and it's just his efficiency that needs to improve for Matero Magic to have a little bit more of a say in this one.
Roebuck Jr. on the drive inside, breaks it, broken up, couldn't finish, down the other end. Chonga Chona.
They have been so strong on the offensive glass. They have more offensive rebounds than they do defensive. That's offensive rebound number 18, and it's been tough going, keeping them off the glass. That all being said, they still managed to hold on to a lead to do the City Oilers.
Well, a whistle after Chonga Chona's free throws, and Roebuck Jr. going towards the Oilers bench. He'll check out of the game and will make way for Ogbonna. Tony Drileba has also checked into the game for City Oilers, the number 4. Banaba can't hang on to that ball.
Chona looking for the give and go, and the pass just doesn't go to hand. It was a poor pass in terms of direction. He had got the defender in the air. The idea was great, but the execution failed on that one.
Roebuck Jr. just inside from the mid-range, can't get it to go. Well, 2 straight turnovers by the Matero Magic in different backcourt, in different sides of the court. And that leads to an immediate timeout.
Well, that turnover really inexcusable. And when you're trying to come back into a contest, you've got to take every single possession and make it count. And I think that's really why Coach Obed Shamboko has called a timeout. He needs to gain the value from these possessions that they are forcing, these extra possessions that they are forcing.
Well, I think it would be really wise for any of us South Africans to share with Coach Obed what his surname Shamboko closely related to in South African languages and dialects, and doesn't look like the type of coach to rant and rave at his team. But the connection is not lost on me particularly. And out of that timeout, it will be Oilers basketball. 7:23 to go in the third. And a 16-point lead for the Oilers. Jones against Chona. Oh, my. Walt Jones couldn't finish. Had the man dancing. Goaltend once again. Roebuck Jr. unstoppable.
Yeah, and Philando Jones puts the defender in a blender. He elevates and just could not get the finish, but that's one of the prettiest plays we've seen. Philando Jones is really, it looks like he's enjoying the game.
Oh, it twisted his ankles like a pretzel. Piri. Gandulu will pull up. Can't get the jumper to go from the elbow. Oh. Piri throws it away. Drileba. Cross court to Jones. Jones once again against Mugelabai. Oh, Mugelabai with the takeaway and the pickup. Mugelabai, the double pump, and easy lay-in. Philando Jones not giving up on the defensive play.
Just see him call for the sub, and I think he's really given all that's left in the tank right now. Might need a little bit of a breather before he comes back in.
Oh, Roebuck Jr. has been quietly and steadily been putting in work.
Well, that is his first connection from downtown. 17 points for Roebuck Jr.
Piri, tough shot inside. Gandulu. Man, a foul called. Banaba called for the foul, and that's going to send Douglas Kandulu to the free throw line.
He has 12 rebounds. 9 of them are on the offensive end. And Chona bundles into the defense of Roebuck Jr. looking for the contact call, but it's that man Douglas Kandulu. 9 offensive rebounds in this one, and he's bordering on accumulating 10 just on the offensive end.
Kandulu, that free throw line, and we've got 5:41 still to go in the third quarter. And once again, this lead now for the City Oilers hovering around the 20-point mark. It's a 19-point lead now. Kandulu empty trip at the free throw line, and struggled in yesterday's game as well. 1 of 8 from the free throw line. So those struggles are continuing today for Douglas Kandulu. Doi running the floor. The turnaround jump hook. Roebuck Jr. Banaba. That was Odeke also trying to go for the offensive rebound, but in the hands of Elijah Mukelabai. Mukelabai cross court to the corner. Swatted by Odeke. Falou just outside the elbow.
And this is going to be the crucial time for this Matero Magic team, because they've got both of their bigs, one the better scorer, and the block there is executed expertly, as Odeke just shows you that his length is just as valuable inside the paint. But this is the important time for Matero Magic, going back to the point where Ndoi and Kandulu have got to dominate inside the paint and give them more chances and more scoring.
Ndoi with the rebound. Piri. Ngoma. Piri. Oh! Bottom on the 3.
Having 2 bigs in your front court that can rebound just gives you that extra confidence to shoot from a little bit deeper, and Piri knocks down the long-range shot.
Enabu. Roebuck Jr. can't get the bounce. Kandulu with the rebound. The push down the floor. Galabai, oh, gets the roll. Nicely done on the spin.
Back come the Magic, and this seems to be their calling card, building these scoring runs in the third quarter.
Enabu against Ngoma, turnaround jumper. Banaba, Enabu on the loose ball, and the finish, and credit Ngo Banaba for keeping that possession alive for the City Oilers.
He's the third part in the scoring trio, Jimmy Enabu, and he just comes up with a big bucket whenever the Oilers seem to need one.
One on the shot clock. Mukalabai on the drive will not count. Shot clock violation. And Mukalabai is calling for a substitution for himself. And that one coming just a tad too late after the shot clock. Banaba. Was superb play between Banaba, Jones, and Roebuck Jr., but Roebuck Jr. getting tangled up with the Magic defenders. and was going for that screen, but then at the same time, then cutting to the basket. But Oilers turn it over. Baseline jumper. Doesn't go for Harrison Kafunga.
Kandulu just could not keep the ball in on the chase down offensive rebound once again. And this man is so active on the glass. And I'm sure that that activity is picking up the eyes of some of the teams in and around this Basketball Africa League.
Banaba travels with the ball and picked up the anchor foot just before trying to release the ball. Kandulu on the inside. Jones will pick up the foul.
An underrated skill is the entry pass, and great read to just put it up where none of the defenders could go get it. And Ngoma sees it over the defense. Kafunga and Jones had no chance of trying to get that from Kandulu.
Ngoma against Jones. Well, ball slips out of his hands, out of bounds. Robert Jr. The catch, the spin to evade the defender, and then the pull-up.
Continuing to just build and compile points with smart shot selection.
Ngoma from the wing. Odeke, his three short. Kayinda off to the races down the floor and leaves it to Kandulu. Can't finish underneath. Doi on the loose ball and a foul on the play, and it looks like Enabu will pick it up.
And that's the exact example that I'm talking about. That is point blank range over a defender. Kandulu had everything, including the balance, but just couldn't get the finish. And Doi there on the offensive glass, and he gets the pickup.
Well, Ndoi also struggling yesterday against Viario from the free throw line. 3 of 7 in yesterday's game, and 9.6 rebounds. 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 of 8 from the field, and that was all in 20 minutes of play. Loose ball, 3-on-1 break. Robab Jr. Jones on the follow, Jones on the cleanup. .40 seconds to play. Tough catch for Ndoi. Robab Jr. with the finish on the other end. Well, it came as close as 12, and it has ballooned back up to 17. .8 to play in the third. 17-point lead for City Oilers.
City Oilers just continue to pick up big scores whenever Matero Magic make a run, and that's been the difference in this one.
Enabu can't finish from the mid-range. Kayinda will put it up. Misses the mark just to close out the third quarter. So it happened that the Matero Magic were mounting a comeback, But let me tell you, Coach Mandy Juruni of the City Oilers has put together a winning formula for his team as they went on a run to close out that third quarter.
His winning formula starts with the spice of Jones and the finesse of Roebuck Jr. and they have combined for 47 points and they've been absolutely outstanding for the City Oilers.
And at the end of the third, it's Matero Magic 43, City Oilers 60.
Stats at the end of the third quarter as we continue to just look at the amazing work that Matero Magic have done on the offensive glass. Shooting 4 of 18 has been poor from the perimeter. The City Oilers have done a better job in terms of shot selection from downtown. We look at the steals numbers and the turnovers that they've been able to keep low, but the field goals is really where this game has been won or lost.
Well, in case you missed it, we've got highlights from the third quarter, and once again it was all City Oilers. And despite that run by the Matero Magic, loose balls, and Jimmy Enabu finishing and crediting Ngo Banaba for keeping it alive. Jermaine Roebuck Jr. has quietly been putting in work for the City Oilers, finishing on the break, shooting from the mid-range, and has just picked up from where Philando Jones left off. And both of these players, Philando Jones and Jermaine Roebuck Jr., interchangeable in the way that they play the game. They can both shoot the three, they can finish on the break, they can finish on the inside, they can also create for themselves and their teammates. So, you know, the coach, Mandy Juruni of City Oilers, spoiled for choice in the backcourt. Peary on the drive, foul on the play. And that's going to send Saul Peary to the free throw line on the drive.
Peary is also pretty impressive because it's not only his ability to shoot the long-range shot, which he has proven in 2 games, it's his ability to put on the floor. His big frame is a little deceptive. He's got a quick first step, and it's how he capitalizes and creates offense.
Well, finished yesterday's game against Ferro Viario with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 8 from the field, and that was in 27 minutes of play. Banaba against Ndalama. Roebuck Jr. Oh, there's the follow from Oteka and the finish. What a way of just cleaning up. It was all so technical. Reaching for the rebound and then finishing with his left hand so that the defender couldn't block the shot. Peary from the elbow can't finish. The rebound.
Another offensive rebound, another score, as this rebounding performance by the Matero Magic is something that they can build on. But they're not out of the game. There's still 8 minutes and 52 seconds left to go.
15-point lead for City Oilers. And the Magic would have to put together a few stops. Ngoma, left wing. Dalama and Banaba get tangled up. And the arms getting locked. Roebuck Jr. to Banaba at the top. Jones on the drive. Ogbonna misses the mark, and Ndalama lead pass. Phiri off to the races. Finish on the other end. So it would look like that the City Oilers should make an adjustment on the floor.
And it feels like there's just one more run left in this Matero Magic team. Like I said, the character that has been displayed is the one of never say die. And we are seeing more and more of that. It's like they get better the closer we get to that fourth quarter whistle.
Well, they finished yesterday's game with a 6-point loss to Ferroviario, and they put up a run in the fourth quarter yesterday, and they should think about that run and replicate that same kind of play. Phiri against Banaba, 2 on the shot clock. Phiri's gonna put it up. He's looking for the bounce, out of bounds. City Oilers, and it will be Magic basketball.
Small margins, small margins can make a big difference in this game.
Chona is trying to go for that loose ball.
Not sure about the selection of making the pass into the paint to find Chona. 3 defenders closed in on him quite quickly and forced the ball out of his hands.
Magic pressing in the half court. Oh, and the 3 from Banaba.
A beautiful execution. It's the inside-out dribble penetration to the live catch and shoot, and they continue to just make sure that Matero Magic's runs get quelled every time they have the thought of coming back.
Lead is 16. Well, it's down to 14 now. The assist to Spoikan Ngoma, and finding Miles Ndalama on the play. Roebuck Jr. Banaba. Odeke with the rebound, but taken away by Ndoye. Down the floor. Broken up by Banaba. Loose change picked up by Chona. And the finish on the lay-in.
That was a combination of great defense and great offense all in one play.
The lead back down to 12. Odeke. Well, slightly grazing the front rim, and Ogbonna will pick up an unsportsmanlike foul.
Right there in front of the referee, had no choice but to make the call. And again, I said small margins, small moments. All it takes is a foul that brings them back within single digits, a possession that brings them back within 8. They make these 2 shots, they get the score on the corresponding possession, and all of a sudden the pressure has increased.
Well, Ngoma is going to shoot the 2 free throws.
Is that quite a quiet evening? Just 3 points for Spoikan Ngoma in his 18 minutes of play, and it looked like he rushed the second shot. They will keep possession, and still a chance to bring it back within single digits.
Chona on the inbounds. Phiri against Banaba. Shot clock at 4. Phiri, bottom.
He can knock down those long-range shots. He hasn't had a great afternoon from the field, but takes his total now up to 15 points.
And we are down to single digits, Q. 9-point lead now. 8-point lead, pardon me. Oh, Banaba doing damage from the 3-point.
You spoke about Barnaba, and he's shown that he has the touch from beyond the arc, especially within the flow of the offense.
Chona leaning in on the jumper from the mid-range.
A nice series of execution from both of these teams. Trading buckets on each possession.
Jones so composed under that pressure from Ngoma.
Chona goes up to 11 on the make, on the baseline. Alongside Piri with these 15 points. Jones back in, you saw him ask for the substitution, and now probably wants to try and close out the game. He's had an outstanding one. He started out red hot, and we get a timeout called on the floor, and we have 5:08 left here in this fourth and final quarter. 59 plays 68. It's a 9-point game.
Lovely basketball that we have seen in the third and fourth quarter. And once again, the Matero Magic are putting on a run and mounting a fight back in this fourth quarter, reminiscent of yesterday's game against Ferroviario. And 5:08 to play in the fourth. And it's a 9-point lead for City Oilers. Chona will pick up the foul. It'll be on the floor. And it'll be Oilers' ball. And Jones.
Well, the referee just having a discussion with both players, talking about keeping a cylinder. And this is the best way to just try and neutralize when there's a bit of physicality happening, and you're going to expect the physicality to increase nonetheless down the stretch here. And the referees, if it does get out of hand, will be forced to call the game a little bit more tight.
Ogbonna on the drive, the double pump, laying it in on the floater. .444 to go in the fourth quarter. Piri, pull up is short. Jones down the floor. Jones on the Euro. Broken up by Piri. And will slowly bring it down the floor. Ngoma. Shot blocked, but bailed out by Ndalama. And a whistle just after Ndoye's layup.
Well, Ndoye is pretty efficient, especially down there. Ndalama had two around him. It was a great pass and basically made it really easy for Ndoye to pick up the score. And lengthy, but has a soft touch around the rim. Only 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting in 17 minutes of play. He has got 6 rebounds, and he's got +9 in the efficiency category.
Well, 4:16 to play in the fourth. lead down to 8 for the Oilers. Robak Jr. Ball stolen away, long arms of Mukelabai. Down the floor, can't finish, broken up by Banaba. Oteke to Robak Jr. Ogbonna on the turnaround. Well, you've got to love how they shared the ball on that possession, going from Robak Jr. to Jones, back to Robak Jr. And then Ogbonna cleaning up.
We also get an idea of the depth of scoring. And talking about depth of scoring, there's the 3-ball that comes in from Chona, and Matero Magic just will not go away.
Under 3:30 to play. 7-point lead for the City Oilers. Ogbonna on the drive. Oh! Ogbonna! The drive inside.
With it. And he's come alive here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man.
Ogbonna.
So unassuming. Breaks down the defender from the top.
Oh!
Wow. And he just climbed all over.
That might be my favorite poster of this B.A.L. road to the B.A.L. Elite 16 so far. That was facial. Spatial facial. Because he was so high off the floor.
Well, that was a lovely play.
Well, Ogbonna might have come away worse for wear, but the memories will live forever.
Well, definitely unforgettable. And we've got some changes on the floor. Well, a lovely sunset out here. And we are slowly just easing into a South African summer. And the action inside Ellis Park Arena, equally hot. Philando Jones on the attack against Chonga Chona. Draws the foul. And 2:47 still to go. Well, Jones good on the first one. And he's had a lovely outing from the free throw line this afternoon.
Well, he's had a lovely outing from every aspect of the game. He's played the game at a higher level, has come in with as an intensity and a purpose, and Philando Jones has driven the offense and has driven this Uganda Oilers outfit into this leading position.
A 9-point lead for the Oilers in the passing lane. Jones, breakaway dunk. And starting that whole offensive set was Ogbonna with the steal. Ndoye can't finish on the play. Robak Jr. down the floor. Back to Jones, whips it to Odeke. Banaba from the left wing, hits the three.
12-point, well, that's his third three. That makes it 9 points for Ngo Banaba. And they just keep on, like I said, every time there's a run from the Magic, there's a score to counter what's coming from the team from Zambia.
Ndoye chases down the loose ball, and going on 90 seconds to play. Piri, long pull-up on the three. Ndalama, scramble for the ball, and the loose ball picked up by Chona. And just to close out the game, Jimmy Enabu. And we haven't seen the captain, James Okello, in quite some time, and has headed to the bench and has stayed there. Chona with the steal. Out of bounds. Ngoma chasing on that loose ball.
They're still playing super hard, and Chona got his hand into the passing lane. Ogbonna got a touch on it, came off for Nebu, and it's just a series of touches, but it's going to be Uganda City Oilers basketball.
And Nabu, 60 seconds to play. The spin. Oh, and the flush by Odeke. Upstairs.
Another superb highlight play. It's the breakdown from the point guard position, the pass to the cutting big, and Odeke just puts a little extra cherry on top.
Well, lovely play by B.A.L, breaking the defender at the top. Piri on the reach. B.A.L leaving it upstairs. Well, 11 will always be greater than 8.
What a fantastic play, and I think
pretty much on the Twin Towers.
That might have been my second favorite play so far in my second series of posters.
Miles Ndalama at the free throw line. And it's a 12-point lead, 45 seconds to play. Fayed B.A.L and harassed by Spoikan Ngoma. Well, 42.1 to play. And B.A.L at the free throw line. Played just 9 minutes yesterday.
Was about to comment on his limited minutes today as well, but at least came in to just offer a highlight-worthy play. And yes, limited usage, no doubt, 3 minutes. And a single free throw and a point to his name.
Well, the shot ball too long for Chona. So the Matero Magic turn it over. 13-point lead for City Oilers. And the Matero Magic will pretty much resign themselves to this loss. And that will do it between the City Oilers and the Matero Magic. Well, 12.8 still to play. Shot clock violation, so the last possession will be Matero Magic. And that will do it. Well, and the three by Saul Piri. Ogbonna will inbound to Jimmy Enabu, and that will close it out. Valiant effort by the Matero Magic, but it started in the first quarter by the man in the black headband, the number 12, Philando Jones. A red-hot start for him in the first quarter, and that carried all the way through until the final whistle. Throughout the game has been assisted by his teammates. Jermaine Roebuck Jr. also joining the party. Ngo Banaba as well, Jimmy Enabu, and it's been an all-round effort by the City Oilers.
Philando Jones with his 26 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Roebuck Jr., 24 he chipped in with, and his 6 rebounds as well. But they combined for 50 points and an impressive outing indeed.
And at full time, it is Matero Magic 73, City Oilers 83. Well, that's it for this matchup. And we're about ready now with post-game interviews, and we're going to throw it over to DK.
Yeah.
Well, I'm now joined by the player of the match, and they're high-fiving one another with the captain here, that is Philando Jones. Philando, you seem to be happy with your contribution here today.
Oh, man, first of all, I just want to give honor to God, because without him, none of this is possible, you know. But back to your question, yeah, man, I mean, that's what we raved about, getting a good start, starting off good, getting our teammates involved. And I felt good in the pregame, you know, so I just wanted to get